You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
Here's your detailed weather briefing for this Saturday, October 4th. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray, and it was on this date 30 years ago. Hard to believe we were tracking Hurricane Opal in the Gulf, rapidly intensifying, became a 150-mile-per-hour hurricane before our very eyes by 10 a.m., and we were in gridlock on the Gulf as folks were trying to get away from the coast. Went to bed with a Category 2, woke up with nearly a Category 5 hurricane. Pressure dropped to 916 millibars. Even though it decreased before landfall near Navarre, still caused a 15-foot storm surge. $3 billion in losses, 11 tornadoes across southern Alabama, lots of heavy rain, a very memorable day. On this date, 30 years ago today. And a very memorable sunrise from our Mount Cheaha Skycam, 55 degrees up there atop the mountain. As Jerry Reed says this morning, we're eastbound and down. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Hey, have you signed up for the free daily weather briefing? Jen Nairmore, Scott Martin put a lot of work in this every day. Lots of great information, football forecasts, 7-day forecasts, beach forecasts, Skywatcher photos, user-generated photos, just all kinds of incredible information. Sign up for it on the front of the Alabama Weather Network website at alabamaweathernetwork.com. No obligation. It's free. You'll love it. You'll get it before you get your morning coffee. Lots of blow-off from thunderstorms in the Gulf there from that 500 millibar low there south of the Louisiana coast. Moisture surging up into the state from that, but really no consequence in terms of precipitation. But no fog this morning, just a few patchy areas of fog around areas of water up in the northern part of the state. Temperatures generally in the lower 60s in the northern part of the state, middle and upper 60s across the southern part of the state. Of course, Baldwin and Mobile counties checking in the lower 70s. The real noticeable thing has been the gusty winds, gusting at times to 20 miles an hour over the southern part of the state. Of course, we've got small craft advisories in the nearshore waters. Want our mariners and boaters to remember that. Winds gusting to 20 to 30 miles an hour out of the northeast, the result of a pressure gradient between a pressure trough over the eastern part of the United States and a ridge to the west. This disturbance coming out of the Bahamas, too, will continue this through the weekend. So I think those small craft advisories are going to be with us. You'll notice those wind gusts as we go through the day today. And at times they're going to gust to 25, maybe even 30 miles an hour over the southern half of the state. So you're gonna feel that, even though it's just gonna be kind of refreshing. And by tomorrow morning, we might see gusts to 20 to 25 miles an hour over really the entire state. So going to be kind of windy. Change of seasons here. Gradually, things are beginning to change. Futurecast over the day today shows just partly sunny to partly cloudy skies. No real showers today. I think the first significant showers begin to show up later tonight in the southeasterly flow, and they're not significant. It's just still going to be spotty. We're just hoping for any rain we can get, and it kind of the first earnest rains show up early tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, in the coastal zone there, Mobile and Baldwin counties. You see some fairly heavy rain there. They may pick up 1.5 inches of rain tomorrow morning from all of this activity, maybe coming in two waves, one early in the morning, one in the early afternoon, as that southeasterly flow sets up. We're going to be pretty moist air, and you see scattered showers develop over the southern half of the state, places like Thomasville, Monroeville, Greenville, Evergreen, over to Andalusia, Geneva. You get some showers, and that's good. We need them. They continue into the overnight hours Sunday night. We've actually got some winter storm watches, warnings, winter weather advisories out west in the Rockies around Yellowstone. That's kind of fun to see. Red flag warnings there in Nebraska. We've got some frost and freeze advisories in parts of the Four Corners region, aerial flood watches in Florida. So we've got a few more alerts on the board than we've seen in the previous weeks. You see that upper low there near the Louisiana coast causing those showers and thunderstorms. Nothing of any real consequence there, but the blow off from those storms causing clouds to produce those pretty sunrises and sunsets last night. You see that those clouds over the Bahamas, that's a low pressure system the Hurricane Center's tracking. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Severe weather outlook for today is ahead of a frontal system there from north of Denver back through the Dakotas. Tomorrow, a little tiny area there over Kansas into southern Nebraska. The excessive rainfall outlook potential for today is limited to areas there in southeastern Idaho and northwestern parts of Utah. We do note a day one fire outlook there ahead of that frontal system as well, and it goes with those red flag warning areas in Nebraska extending up into Minnesota, back down into Colorado. We've got our own fire threat here. It's not really risen to the red flag warning yet criteria, but we do have warnings from the Alabama Forestry Commission about burning. We caution strongly against that right now, and I know this time of year people like to start doing that, but let's don't do that now. And the reason is because we've got extreme drought now in parts of west central Alabama, and the drought conditions are worsening. They're only going to get worse in coming days. This is the tropical weather outlook. The Hurricane Center has that 10% outlook there around the Bahamas. They've taken it off now. That's great news. So that makes sense because that system just really had no chance of becoming tropical at this point. The next system up is the one that is the wave off the coast of Africa. As it moves into the main development region, Central Atlantic, it's going to have a 50% chance of developing into a tropical cyclone at midweek. And the GFS here develops it by Wednesday. You can see there east of the islands, beginning to gain latitude. It's just to the northeast of the Virgin Islands and the northern leewards here by Friday, and beginning to take that turn to the north and the northeast, recurving, which is great news. No hurricane landfalls in the United States yet, and let's see if we can keep that trend going. Hurricane season, of course, goes through the end of November, so we still have a long way to go. Now, having said that, the GFS does spin up some activity here toward Thursday, October 16th in the Western Caribbean. That's very plausible. And you see that first surge coming out across Cuba and in through the Bahamas. Second system, a new signal showing up potentially there by Monday the 20th, getting out to the end of the period, potentially moving out of the Caribbean, maybe into the southeastern Gulf. So that's the first signal we've had of something in the Gulf, and it's not a forecast at this point, but it's something to watch. Concern along the Gulf beaches is rip currents. We've got this pressure gradient. We've been talking about it for a week. Causing those increased winds 20 to 30 miles an hour, small craft advisories in effect, and surf running 5 feet right now along the beaches of Alabama and northwest Florida. That's causing red flags to be out. That's going to lessen. I think we'll be able to take these red flags off by Tuesday and Wednesday, but we'll watch that. We'll probably revise this forecast this morning. But right now we've got red flags out for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, certainly. Scattered showers and thunderstorms around tomorrow, probably a little more cloudy for your Sunday. with those storms around. Those rain chances will taper off a bit on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We don't usually talk so much about the beach forecast here because we have our own beach forecast segment on the network. But if you're heading to the beaches, want you to be aware of the rip current threat and the winds. Here are those showers, especially over South Alabama for your Sunday. This is the GFS showing that trough, moving up into southwestern Alabama, and we're starting to watch this front now. By Monday, scattered showers develop over the state on Monday in the heating of the day. Much like we'd see on a summer day, lots of moisture, lots of warmth around. Tuesday, same. High temperatures generally around 80, lower 80s. A few showers develop in the afternoon. By Wednesday, more organized, especially over the northern part of the state as that front moves in. We'll trend back toward 80 degrees for highs in the northern part of the state, lower middle 80s over the south. The front moves into the central part of the state. By Thursday, some post-frontal showers over the northern part of Alabama Thursday, and we kind of dry out a little bit, maybe by Friday, Saturday into the weekend, and, but we're not completely rid of the showers. Looks like, maybe a few showers wrap back around into the weekend. We'll kind of look at that as we're doing the forecast. Next big rain chances come by Wednesday the 15th. Looks like maybe our first, real Midwestern low pressure system that could bring some showers and thunderstorms. Not a big widespread event, but could be kind of stormy. That looks like our first surge coming out of the Caribbean there through the Florida Straits, the Keys, up into the Bahamas. And then out at the end of the period, here's where we'll be watching for whatever comes out of the Caribbean there. That'll be interesting to see, what that looks like. Past 30 days, rain has just been paltry. That's all you can say. And the drought monitor reflects it. Over in west central Alabama now, we've moved into the extreme drought category. The severe category is expanding, and much of the state now is now in moderate drought, with almost all of the state in at least abnormally dry. And the rainfall outlook is not good. Generally less than a quarter of an inch for most folks. Mobile and Baldwin counties might be lucky, getting 1 to 1.5 inches. Your 7-day forecast temperatures look like this, trending back a bit after that frontal passage in North Alabama by Thursday and Friday. So that's kind of good news. Rain chances will be ramping up a bit Monday through Thursday with that first those diurnal showers Monday and Tuesday, and then the frontal system approaching Wednesday and Thursday. For South Alabama, the better rain chances in the Sunday-Monday time frame, and then that front will wash out over the southern part of the state. High temperatures are going to be peaking there around midweek, falling back just a bit for the weekend as a little bit of cooler air filters in to that part of the state as well. Join us for Weather Brains on Monday night. We'll have Illinois Congressman Eric Sorensen. Dr. Kim Clocko-McClain will lead the conversation. He has prided himself on his bipartisan approach, and especially his direct appeals to helping the Weather Service and NOAA, which is important. He was a 20-year television meteorologist. He's been on the show before. He's a refreshing breath in our legislative process. So join us for Weather Brains Monday night. Pick up the podcast wherever you get your podcast. So that's your Saturday weather briefing here. I'll have Jen's notes on the blog, of course. Join us over on the network for updates throughout the day, including game day forecasts and tropical updates, beach weather, all sorts of stuff on the new Alabama Weather Network. But Drew will have this briefing tomorrow. James will be back in 2 days, all next week. And until I get to see you, I guess, next Saturday, as I always tell you, keep an eye to the sky because you'll always have something fun to look at.